Hey guys, your second favorite PE teacher, Denver. Do me a favor, use code thatdenverguyYT in the item shop if you guys want to support me. Thank you to you guys who are already doing that. Make sure you leave me a comment, guys, telling me down below which is better, the pump shotgun or the combat shotgun. Faze dubs, he loves the pump shotgun. He grabs it every time. Where people like Ninja, Tfue, Cypher, PK, they're all going for the combat shotgun still. So let me know what you think down below. Click like in the next 5 seconds or else Epic will vault the pump again. Just jokes, by the way. But yes, an Epic employee apparently sabotaged a pro player's game in a major tournament. And this information finally came out when the pro player telling the story, he's quitting Fortnite now. He decided he can finally expose all this because he was actually afraid they would sabotage him as well. And he says he was afraid he might get sued by Epic. But this is Gorilla. This is a great video. If you guys want to go watch it, check it out after, see the whole story from him because he really goes in on Epic. He even says one of the big reasons he's quitting is because these Epic employees who would do something this petty and immoral, wait till you hear it, were in charge of his life and his livelihood, and he just couldn't do it anymore. You'll hear from him in a sec, but the context is they were playing at a PAX tournament, a huge Fortnite tournament. Gorilla, a bunch of other pros, they were really concerned with the security after a shooting at a recent gaming event. They tried to contact Epic many times over this. Epic employees ignored all the pro players' concerns. One pro then called out the Epic employees for ignoring them. And then in the middle of a match, fast forward in the tournament, the middle of a match, an Epic employee that got called out, he stopped the gameplay. He said the pro who called him out was a security threat and then he needs to leave. Everybody knew this was all made up, falsified information, and this was just this employee's attempt to ruin this guy's game and therefore his whole chance at winning. Check this out.
There was something that happened at PAX, which I'll get into right now, actually. It's what I was talking about earlier, that a lot of people would damage their careers if they spoke about it, and especially if they spoke about it without vagueness. I don't care anymore. It's just because I don't want to get sued. Prior to the event at PAX, there was an incident that happened in, I think it was Jacksonville, where there was a Madden tournament that turned into, it just turned horrible. Like someone opened fire on some of the players and lives were taken. And it was really a horrible time in esports history. So anybody who wanted to attend PAX was a little on edge and a little worried that something bad might happen to them. So a lot of people were DMing like Epic and whatnot, like saying, is there going to be any security at this event? Are we safe? Are we safe? Like, what's the situation? Do we have to stand outside in a lineup? Which we did with no security, really. We were worried, man. We were honestly worried. And we were getting no response. Everybody was DMing them. And then one person in particular, a player in the pro scene, was DMing saying, look, like, can we please get something out of this? And he didn't get any reply. So he's like, all right, since you want to blow all of us off, I'm going to add all of these like Epic employees. I'm not going to say who. I'm just going to say he decided to add some people, right? So we all get, like, everybody's at the event. This player, I'm just going to focus on this player. He gets to the event. He's playing in his qualifiers. So it's just a like big row of players. There's like 4 rows of 100 players essentially, all playing in these like cubby kind of things. And so he's playing his games and all of a sudden he sees in front of him a big commotion. He's getting pointed at while he's in the middle of his game trying to win, right? Trying to qualify to get into PAX. He sees someone pointing at him and that person's like, he's a security threat. He's breaking stuff. He's screaming at people. Get him out of here immediately. And so this player has the best loadout ever. They're about to qualify if they wanted to, right? With this loadout. He has to just leave the game and stand up and get this addressed. So it's like, what's happening? What did I do? And they're like hiding behind the security like, yo, yeah, he's the guy. He's breaking. This was purely out of just petty because they got called out on Twitter. They're like, yeah, he's a security threat. Take him out. The player's like, all right, let me ask all these people in my row if I was causing a ruckus. Hey, did I cause a ruckus? And everybody has their headphones off mid-game. They're like, he didn't do. This whole drama happens. And then he says, the player says, are these, because we all had like webcams, right? He's like, are these recording? Like, let's look at the footage and see if I did anything. And then the employee was like, no, we're not doing anything like that. You're getting out of here immediately. But then a bigger guy in the company that I will not name came up and was like, yo, what's going on? Okay, fine. This is the situation. Let's go review the footage. The big guy, the player, and some security reviewed the footage together. And they found out that player didn't say a word. He didn't do nothing, dude. He had to throw away his whole tournament because this person decided to falsely accuse him because they were mad. They got called out on Twitter for being ignorant. Like, oh, God. I don't want to say that's the main reason I quit, but that is the moral behind why I quit, is because those type of people were in charge of my livelihood. Nothing came about. The employee didn't see any repercussion, and even the bigger Epic guy was like, dude, nothing happened. Like, I can't, he's like, I'm so sorry about this, man. Like, I can't believe this is it. But nothing came about, man. Nothing happened. That would have ruined that guy. That guy's life was actually almost ruined. I can't get into the details because, like, only a few of us know, but bruh, y'all are stupid there, Epic. I'm not gonna lie.
So shout out again to Gorilla. Super cool dude. He's gonna be missed big time in the competitive arena, and I'm so sad for the pro player this happened to. He might still be playing today. I don't know his name, and Gorilla didn't give it up. I just hope this hasn't happened to him again. But reminder, this is possibly just a small number of Epic employees that were involved in this. It shouldn't reflect on Epic as a whole for this particular situation, but Epic as a whole, some of the higher ups here, they might need to look into this so that it doesn't happen again, because that's a lot of power for one employee to have, and to only get a, oh, we're sorry about that. It might not be good enough to this player or any other players that have to face this, right? Security concerns at gaming venues are a big deal now. There's a lot of crazy people out there. Requests from your own pro players, this should be taken seriously. I don't think that's too much to ask. At the very least, give these guys a response. To do something this petty, though, it's just disgraceful. So let's hope it doesn't happen again, especially during the World Cup. Now, in other Fortnite news, people have talked about this game being paid to win with some of the cosmetic items, like we saw with the deep dab being able to avoid damage when right-hand peeking, the backflip being able to dodge bullets and hide from people, but these new army men skins, this might be on another level. The toy soldier set came out. These things just happen to blend in perfectly with a lot of the map. So much so that we are already seeing some memes by streamers and stuff of how you can just hide next to rocks or in trees. And it's true. You can really blend in super well with these. Watch this.
He saw me? No way. I'm standing still. I'm a free headshot. Yo, how about this? I gotta pee really bad. So I'm gonna get up and go pee. And if no one kills me, this is pay to win skin. I'll be right back. I'm even gonna text my girlfriend. That's how long I'm gonna be.
Now, in Epic's defense, it seems like a lot of the time we're all kind of like T-Rexes where we only see movement, but still something like these toy soldiers matching almost perfectly to a lot of the environment is crazy good in certain situations. Like, look at this picture from CamiCam95 on Reddit, where he titled this, "These are for cosmetic only and grant no competitive advantage." And people were replying to him saying this is exactly why they bought it. And I'm not going to lie, me being able to hide in plain sight is pretty awesome. So I definitely bought this too. Jordy M3 asked, anyone else getting this bug with the new skin where you can turn invisible in certain parts of the map? And for real, look at this. Like, you could run right by something like this and nobody would ever see you, especially if you have the matching gun wrap. But hopefully you guys got this skin on sale, and use code thatdenverguyYT when you bought it. Wink, wink. But if not, I don't condone usually. I don't tell you guys to go buy a skin, but this one definitely gives an advantage. I'm not going to lie. So definitely go pick it up if you're interested in that. And I don't know what Epic could even do about this. Like, if they make it shinier or something, then nobody will ever use it because it will be too easy to see at this point. So I think it's just a matter of Epic saying, oops, oh well, and I guess we're all going to move on. If you guys didn't catch it, also, Tfue finally got to 1v1 Faze Sway and Faze Dubs. And Sway, if you didn't know, is insane at building. We already know about Faze Dubs. I made a whole video about him, about how he's going to win the entire World Cup championship. But either way, Tfue can barely keep up with these two. And yes, Tfue is the low ground king, but these kids just pretty much dumpster him in 1v1s. Check this out.
Look at this dude doing my retakes, dude.
Wait, you go in circles or you go left or right?
Oh,
I go in circles.
Just do whatever.
But the circles does not work in a fight.
Yes, it does.
Bro, it just looks cool. Trust.
Low ground.
Ugh.
He likes to be low ground. That's all he likes doing. I'm about to start.
Oh, I mean, it worked. Okay, Mr. I
Bro.
qualified for solos 2 times.
Honestly, it's too dark. I can't low
Eternally.
ground. No, GG.
Good fights, and maybe I'm the only one who has no clue how people get this good at the game. Like, there's a lot to learn in those 1v1s, especially using your roof pieces, and this is something I really need to improve on. Maybe even get it on a different hotkey since I'm on mouse and keyboard. I don't know, but it baffles me how talented some of these 14-year-old kids are. Plus the fact the oldest to qualify for Worlds is like 24 years old, I think I heard. But whatever, I'm not salty about it because I'm over 24 years old by quite a few years. Anyways, like and sub, guys. Code thatdenverguyYT, Twitch TV, thatdenverguy. And I will see you guys in the next video. Love, Denver.